Chef Charlie Trotter was a Chicago icon, making his legendary Lincoln Park restaurant a destination for fine dining and drawing fans from all over the world.
That is until the restaurant closed in 2012. And then Trotter died the following year of a stroke at the age of 54. A new documentary, Love Charlie, The Rise and Fall of Chef Charlie Trotter, debuted last night here in Chicago.
Filmmaker Rebecca Halpern makes her directorial debut with the documentary, and she joins us now live. Thanks for being with us.
Hey, Ben. Hi, Dina.
So tell us why you decided to focus on Charlie Trotter, not just his life and public career, but also the side that most of us didn't get to know.
So I grew up in Chicago in the 1990s when Charlie Trotter was sort of at the top of the culinary world. Chicago was in its heyday. You had Michael Jordan, you had Oprah Winfrey, and I remember, because my mother was a food writer in the city, that Charlie Trotter had this kind of mystique that got people talking about him. He was very much an enigma to a lot of people. A lot of people spent a lot of time trying to figure him out. And I think in the process, he often got miscast or mischaracterized in the public sphere. And in getting involved in this film, I was very curious to know the side of him that I didn't know, as someone who really had never met him, had never eaten in his restaurant, and didn't really know much about him besides what I was hearing.
You know, it was so interesting. Back in the 90s when I began here, I was in his kitchen doing a story on how, many people don't know this, he was so instrumental in helping underprivileged kids here in the Chicago area and giving them an opportunity to learn from him in his kitchen. Wonderfully giving and philanthropic, but boy, he was also really demanding.
Yeah, he definitely was extraordinarily charitable. I mean, 3 days a week, he'd have groups of 20+ students come to the restaurant. He'd feed them, teach them about excellence, have his chefs come out of the kitchen to educate them about what fine dining and cuisine and etiquette and just excellence really means to them. I think it was an education not just for the students, but also for his chefs as well. I think what Charlie Trotter was trying to accomplish, which was 3 Michelin star food for 25 years, required a kind of managerial style that by some standards today would be considered maybe abusive or inappropriate. But when you watch the film, what we do is we try to contextualize and understand why he needed things to be run a certain way in order to achieve his level of excellence.
We only have about 30 seconds left, but I want you to get to these postcards that his wife gave you that really helped tell a different story about Charlie Trotter.
So we worked really closely with Charlie's first wife, Lisa. She gave us about 400 postcards that he wrote before he opened the restaurant back when he was called Chuck. And that really revealed the side to me that I had never seen. He was cool. He loved the Talking Heads. He loved Bob Dylan, Jimi Hendrix. And I actually made a Spotify playlist of all the songs that he referenced in those letters. So it's my kind of music. I really enjoyed that. But I needed to show that side of him before he opened the restaurant, because who Chef Charlie Trotter was and who Chuck was were two entirely different people.
Yeah, he started this incredible, food as art and indulgence concept. I can't wait to see the film. Thank you so much for making it. And we can tell people now, thank you, Rebecca. There's another screening of the film this Friday, but tickets are sold out now. It's available to stream, though, now through this Sunday, October 24th. You can get more information on our website at WGNTV.com. Really, when the restaurant closed, that was, he only was around another year. It's a sad story.
It is. Rebecca, thank you for being with us.
Thank you guys so much.